get some food.
Uh-huh. Jack and I ate around there somewhere. We ate at Arby's. That was pretty awful. At a truck stop or something, I think. But it was a drive-through. It was a weird drive-through. It was reversed. You had to pull into the left side of the building, or as you're facing the left side of the building.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, what do I do? I can't find my way to the drive-through.
This child has no money. It's on the other side, right? It's on the.
I don't.
On the other side of the building.
I don't. Well, I drove over there first because that's where the drive-through is supposed to go. Supposed to go to around the building. But, it was like a parking lot for trucks and stuff, gas and everything. But then you couldn't get back up the other side. It was very confusing. And then the Arby's sauce was dripping all out of my sandwich when I'm trying to drive and eat, and it was just a mess.
Oh man,
just a mess. But I saw the Thunderbird Lodge sign and I got very excited.
Ta-da! Booyah!
Oh yeah, that's where Lenny was conceived.
Maybe.
And I wanted to stop at south of the border, but Jack is a little afraid of it.
What? That's where you get fireworks.
He says it's creepy.
Creepy? Giant sombrero. What's creepy about that?
Yeah, I know. That's what I think. I want to go there. And I told him. I told him on his way back to stop and get some fireworks just south of the border because he's with Grandpa. Have Grandpa pay for them, right?
Yeah.
Save me money. But no, they didn't stop.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. I'll have to get fireworks sometime.
Yeah. He don't know what a good exploding good time is.
That's right. Well, we got a big fireworks store here, so maybe the prices are better off 4th of July season.
It's always stuff up season.
I usually buy them in those stands they put up, the temporary stands.
Yeah.
Right before the 4th, and they
my friend
jack them up.
My friend used to do those, and he said they make crazy bank.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure the charge up on those is just ridiculous. I'm guessing when it's not the 4th of July, it's probably pretty affordable.
I would think so.
Yeah.
There's a place over in the town I used to live in. You can't buy certain stuff if you have an in-state license.
Oh yeah, because you got to promise you're gonna take it out of state.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have the best of both. Yeah. Crazy. So here's the deal. So check this out. So I'm driving back home, right?
All right.
I'm outside of Richmond. It's dark.
Okay. Turn on the headlights.
Yeah. So might be about an hour, 45 minutes outside of Richmond, Virginia.
Gotcha.
And I see up ahead, flashing flashers, right? I'm like, whoa. It's kind of like a small upward grade. I'm like, what's going on here?
Okay.
And nobody's moving. It's not just like slow down. It's like stop.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh.
This is on 95?
It's on 95.
All right, so this should be moving like 80.
Oh, yeah. Hey, easily.
Yep.
So I pull up to the side of the road, and I'm like the third. There's 2 tractor trailers in the left and right lane, on the northbound lane, and there's 1 car in front of me on the shoulder.
Okay.
It's a paved shoulder.
Yeah.
So I pulled behind that car because I don't want to get rear-ended, right? With people going 80 miles an hour who just might not see it,
Right.
Attention. Because we're like only the third, right? So, and I look up ahead, see why everybody stopped. There's a tractor trailer stretched on its side all the way across both lanes and the shoulder.
Like rolled over, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's on its side, right? So, and there's already people getting out to see if they
can stuff.
pick up the
Reeboks.
So I'm like, well, hell. I said, well, maybe I could help. Maybe I could do something.
Yeah.
So I get up and I get out of the car and I'm wearing flip flops and like shit. Probably should have regular shoes on, but whatever. I might need to help somebody. So I go and so first thing I see is there's 2 guys there already. I might be about the 3rd guy arriving, and 2 guys are.
So you declared yourself the man in charge.
Hi, it's the commander. So I say, hey, are you guys okay? And they're like, yeah. I said, is there anybody hurt? And they're like, oh, there's somebody still in there. I'm like, okay. And so I start to come around the front of the truck. It's left to right. The front end is on the left hand side. The rear, the trailer's on the right. So I go to the front of
is the cab is laying on its side.
Cab's laying on the side and the trailer's on the side. It's full on.
So it's on the passenger side or the driver's side?
It's on the passenger side.
Okay,
So it's fully 90 degrees off, right?
Okay.
So I come around to the front and I see some liquid, right? So I quick touch it, feel it in my hand,
taste it,
smell it, rub it behind my ear. I smell it. It's
diesel fuel.
It's coolant. It's coolant.
Okay.
So no, and I don't smell diesel fuel. So number one, that makes me not immediately run back to my car and get my camera for the impending fireworks show. But so I'm like, okay, all right, so we're good here. So I
have something really good to post on Facebook.
Right. So I come around the other side,
yeah.
and I say, I'm looking. I said, there's one other person who's not on top of the cab or on the side of the cab now. I said, well, is the guy okay? Is he conscious? And is he mobile? He's like, oh yeah, he's good. I said, well, how can he climb up? Can we get him out? And then I see he's got his light on in the cab. This guy is easy, a 450 pounder. He's not climbing.
He's a big boy.
He's not climbing out of anything.
It's Kamala.
Yeah, the last confined space he was in was probably his mother's womb. So
he's coming out through the windshield. Huh?
Oh well, I don't know. That's gonna be a touch and go situation. Well, first thing before I saw him, I was like, okay, well, easy way out. I got my knife. I can cut the trim of the sunroof and pull that off, and he could kick out the sunroof. And then I saw him. I was like, oh man,
not gonna happen.
And boy, I tell you what, if that thing would have caught on fire, you'd be smelling some bacon. But anyway, so
did you poke your head in and say, hey, you're blocking the road?
So I'm like, well, what the heck? So I got my little paracord bracelet that it's made out of 550 test line of parachute cord. Holy crap, dude! I was thinking, well, dude, if I fastened something to get him up here, I'll be testing the limits of that paracord.
Yeah.
And there would be like no way, there's no way I need a series of winches and pulleys to get this guy out of the cabin. I was like, this ain't happening. And it's like, he's not going nowhere. And there's a lady who comes over here. She says, can't you guys get him up? Climb up? I was like, dude, lady, I said, that guy's
not going nowhere.
He's not going nowhere. He's okay. And
call 2 wreckers.
We need the jaws of life and jaws of life for that jaws of life. We're gonna put them one on top of each other. That's what we're gonna need.
Oh man! What was the state of mind of this guy while you're?
He couldn't find his cell phone, so he wanted somebody to call him.
So he was all right.
He was all right, but he was a big dude. He was a big boy. I tell you what.
He couldn't climb out though, huh?
No, I think. They eventually, somebody went and got like some sort of crowbar kind of thing, or smashing out his front window. But I don't think he was going to come out of there. But after I saw the scene was safe.
Yeah.
No smell of bacon. I say, well, my job's done here. And then people started like cruising. There's just a little bit of room on the cab end of the median for them to slip by, so people started like driving by.
Gotta get home.
The woman was screaming, "Have some respect!" And I was like,
"Have some respect for the fat guy."
This guy is potentially, he could have been burning to death, but he's not. Have some respect, right? He's fat and he stopped. Just respect, right?
For the stuck fat guy.
Yeah, he's sucking. He's not enjoying his drive anymore. I was like, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I did throw out the lady, you're not smelling no bacon, are you?
Oh, you didn't say that.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
I said he's coming out of there. You're not smelling bacon, so he's gonna be fine.
Oh man.
But so by the time I got back to my car, and I'm thinking, ooh, it'd be a good idea to slip by too. And but the cops had arrived, and So
They took over.
there's not going to be any slipping by.
They relieved you at the scene, and
They relieve me at the scene. No, I actually walked back to my car. Like, well,
man,
I'll catch some Z's here. And it must have been like 3 or 4 hours before they got things moving again.
are you serious? You had to sit there for 3 or 4 hours?
Yeah. Well, dude, this guy, I mean,
They wouldn't let you drive around it?
there was no driving around it.
Oh wow. Well, what about those people that did drive around it?
Well, yeah, I mean, but they're not going to, the cops aren't going to direct you into the grass.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
So the way it looks, when I did see the investigators come take a look, where they were what they were doing, it looks like he fell asleep at the wheel.
Oh boy.
Off to the right hand side and swerved back.
And just rolled.
It just rolled. Yeah. Well, the crazy thing is, like, when I first started walking up, there was like clumps of stuff all over the road, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like from some fucking chicken truck, and there's chickens running everywhere, and it's gonna be like a nightmare.
You know, that happened here a few weeks ago with turkeys.
Dude, that crazy stuff happens, and I'm like, dude, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna take one of these goddamn chickens home? You know, what am I gonna do?
Oh, that's right, because you're the great.
I'm the great
animal keeper. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Oh my gosh! I was like, I hope, please, Lord, not
that
chicken.
happened. That happened here and right outside Columbia a few weeks ago. A truck full of turkeys turned over in the center strip, and there was turkeys everywhere, and it stopped the highway for hours. And it was just, and we went by the next day. There's this big clump of the grass in the middle, where it's all packed down, and there's just feathers everywhere.
Oh, dude,
there's white feathers everywhere.
Turkeys are stupid too.
And I guess the turkeys were, it was days when it was 105, 110 degrees, whatever it was, really hot. And the turkeys were like dying because they were overheating because they were all in the sun, sitting in the sun. I was like, oh, it was crazy. They were trying to gather up the turkeys and.
That sucks.
Just nuts, yeah. So you don't want turkeys or chickens.
Yeah. So
well, he said that it was nighttime. You said, right?
Yeah, it was nighttime.
So at least you weren't sitting in the sun. That's...
Oh, but what it ended up being is those were like just hunks of grass. It's just
that he kicked up, yeah.
Kicked up, and it was like all over the place. That's what it ended up being.
Wow,
so I was like, I was relieved at that. I was
at least you got a good story out of it. That was.
Oh, dude, it was crazy.
Made the drive worthwhile.
Yeah, it was. Plus, it let me rest, so I wouldn't be doing the same thing,
So, did you get to go to sleep, or?
Yeah,
hard to sleep, not knowing how long it's going to be before you have to get moving again.
Well, here's the thing: is I moved out of the way for the cops to come, so I put myself in front of some tractor trailers. Those 2 tractor trailers.
They're gonna honk you and wake you up.
Yeah, they're gonna wake me the fuck up. So I was in a general safe spot. So.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad. Well, so
you didn't get out of there till like after midnight?
No, it was closer to like I think it happened around 1. Probably got loose about 4:30.
1 in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I thought you were saying it had just gotten dark. It was wow, middle of the night.
Yeah, that's when the guy fell asleep. That's what I'm thinking. So, one thing that did come of it, other than me making those bacon comments, was there was a lot of people there willing to help. Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
I mean, I felt I was pretty. At first, I was like, "Uh-oh," and I was like, "Well, these people are going. Maybe they need some help." So, so I got onto it. I didn't really. I don't have anything like. If I was in my minivan, I'd have had something to pull out.
Pull out all kinds of crap.
Oh yeah, well you could have probably used a jack to do it, to get them out, instead of
door was his door damaged? I mean, couldn't he just open the door and climb out?
So it's too big. That
yeah,
door.
But he had to get in through the door.
Right, but he wasn't coming out, man.
Maybe drop him a ladder or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that you know what? It would have been a ladder. He probably could have gotten out. And and again, I'm thankful that there are people. There are people out there willing to help you, and that thing didn't catch on fire. That'd be bad. Because I don't know what somebody could have done to help him if he was. You'd have to do something.
It may have given him some motivation. You never know.
Yeah, climbing. Yeah,
climbing or push himself out through the windshield.
Right, but at what point do you? Oh, yeah, I don't have a fire extinguisher in my car or nothing.
Well, he probably has a couple in the truck. So.
Oh, you know what? That was a good point. I should have told him to throw those out, or or somehow
you give
let's
them
get
to.
these out just in case. That's a good thing. I'll remember that next time.